You came back! If only your life was so full and rich that you didn't need to. Dream on! There's a point in a well-choreographed action sequence where it stops being just violent and becomes more like a dance.
Now go back to the underworld.
The director John Woo's mastered it in his films, but even he could learn a thing or two from games like Ninja Gaiden. God of War, and Devil May Cry. Hideki Kamiya was the man behind the original Devil May Cry and other big Capcom games like Beautiful Joe and Akami.
Beautiful.
His latest project is a forthcoming title from Sega called Bayonetta. A game that aims to take Devil May Cry's stylish action concept and turn it up to 11.
Come on.
Bayonetta.
The game's anti-heroine is the titular Bayonetta. She's a witch, but not in the typical broomstick-riding fairy tale style. With a PVC catsuit and secretarial specs, this witch looks more like a cross between a catwalk model and an S&M librarian.
As long as there's music, I'll keep on dancing.
Hey, 20 years ago, you woke up stuck in a casket at the bottom of a lake. All you can remember is that you're a witch. But now, you're stuck because you gotta sacrifice our halo-wearing friends every day or they'll drag your ass back down to hell. I know, I thought I got screwed, but being forced to slap around the divine for a living, that's really getting screwed.
If I needed a biographer, you wouldn't be my first choice.
Charming. So, she's a sexy witch with amnesia who needs to kill a daily quota of angels. That much we can follow, but there's also plenty of Bayonetta's past to piece together. And as you go about helping her fill in the blanks, you'll be taken on a bizarre ride through a practically incomprehensible sequence of events. She'll battle some colossal deities, bend the fabric of time, transform her hair into a boss-munching monster, of course. And combine her supernatural ninja skills with a ton of bullets to escape some sticky situations. Here's a snippet of gameplay from Bayonetta where she takes on a pair of celestial battleships. The combat in this game tends to be blisteringly fast, so do keep up. By dodging these homing missiles at the very last second, Bayonetta goes into witch time. Everything around her slows down, but she keeps moving at the same speed. This has made it easier to get up onto the ship's deck and start bashing its weak spot with some combos. Time to disembark and move on to the other. Unleashing the beast within is another useful trick. In this case, it's the Panther, which is lightning fast and ideal for avoiding danger. Some quick left and right movements on the analog stick will shake her free from these shackles. Focusing our attacks on the red weak spot again, it won't be long before this ship's sunk. Of course. And the path to Bayonetta's next challenge is revealed. Bayonetta's an expert at bringing the pain, so much so she's got a range of special torture attacks. To pull these off, you need to fill up your magic meter by repeatedly whacking the enemy without taking damage yourself. Then get close to your victim and set it off. Hammering the prompted button increases their suffering. So here are 5 of her cruelest ways to deal with the angelic. She can kick their butts right into a guillotine. She can chain her enemies to this kinky-looking horse. There's nothing quite like an enormous spiked cartwheel for dispatching the divine. Here's one for the heavy metal fans. Put them in the Iron Maiden. But when the torture needs to be both painful and messy, you can't beat a chainsaw.
Invasion force. God help us all. Those started a war.
So, we rejoin the star of Saboteur, Sean Devlin, heading back to his farmstead in France on the night that Germany invade. Having taken a few hits, his vehicle's on fire and he'll soon find out what happens to burning motors. Time to go on foot. Now, with so many Nazi stormtroopers around, it could be dangerous, but they've got other priorities: torch and burning. Sean's back home.
Down, you Italian pig! I didn't tell you to get up.
Okay, so if we're going to save Sean's racing team manager, Vittori, we need to take out that Nazi jackboot first. On the map, he's the yellow pin. To avoid being spotted, we've sneaked around the back of the building. We enter brawl mode.
Sean! Veronique! Where is she? Through that door. Hurry!
Take some cover. And select a weapon. You can carry 4. See the red flashing ring outside the map and the Alarm 2 message? Those basically indicate that any German you meet will be hostile and will attack instantly. Again, we're following the yellow pin to our target. Through that door, throw a grenade.
Auf Wiedersehen, Fräulein.
Who's that? I don't think so, Sunshine. Take that, you nasty man!
Thank God you're unharmed, child.
Thanks, Sean. They would have burned me alive.
These men were Gestapo. What are they doing here?
Dierker sent them.
Dirk? Oh my God. Where is my brother? Where's Jules?
Okay, now for our verdict on the Saboteur. On the downside, there's no multiplayer or co-op. A lot of the accents are wonky.
Don't Don't be ridiculous.
I see.
And to be fair, a lot of this is familiar stuff. Imagine if Grand Theft Auto and Assassin's Creed had a baby that couldn't climb or swear quite so well.
You have done this before, haven't you, Irishman?
On the plus side, it's huge. The missions are varied and you can go off-piste and make up your own fun. Sean's great and it's a compelling revenge story.
I had a long talk with your friend. He sang like a bird.
The combat is as intense and cinematic as Call of Duty, and the world more detailed than Assassin's Creed. Add to this an impressive stat system that records everything you do, and you've got a game you'll want to play for a very long time.
Christmas, is it?
9 out of 10 deserves to be the sleeper hit of the year.
What's this for? Shaving your legs?
A girl should always carry protection. One day you'll have to tell me how you came by these scars.
We've done enough talking for one night.
Of course. Auf Wiedersehen, mein Lieblings.